I wanted to know, and hopefully you did too, who's better, Freya or Lu-Fei? It's been a while since these followers or companions were released to Conan Exiles with the Age of Heroes, and I'm still not sure which one you should go after to have as your follower. So in this 3-part series, we're going to test it out and see which one you should take with you. But before we get into any testing, let me know in the comment section below which one is your pick to win. Our first contender for the throne of best follower is going to be Freya. Now she is going to be facing off against the Cimmerian Berserker, a favorite pick for many years as the best follower in Conan Exiles. Let's take a look at what Freya has going on. So I chose to get Carnage, Savage Swings, and Knocked Loose on this Freya. If you're wondering how to get those particular perks unlocked, I have a guide on my channel already for that. You can see the armor I have her in is the Barichan mixed with the Champion's armor so that she has the most possible survivability in all cases and scenarios. And she's going to be using the Star Metal short sword for this interaction. By no means do I feel like Freya or the Cimmerian Berserker are min-maxed for this fight. Now let's take a look at the Berserker, who has Thick Skulled, which is giving him more vitality and more grit. Then he has Fit, which is also giving him more vitality, and Cannibal, which is giving him more vitality but reducing his agility. He has 3,853 hit points. The armor that I've given the Cimmerian Berserker is the exact same armor as Freya has, so they are wearing the exact same sets. He, however, has the Star Metal Axe, which is the axe that he came with. Additionally, I've applied the Master Weapon fitting to both of their weapons. Now it's time to see how they do fighting each other. In the first round, I actually told the Cimmerian Berserker to attack Freya, which in hindsight, I maybe should not have done that, but I did it and I'm going to allow it to play out. One thing that you'll notice from these fights is it's very much like turn-based gaming. One thrall will attack and then allow the other thrall to attack back. There is a cooldown time between the attacks for each one of the followers. Now they can get into a situation in a scenario where one follower will dominate because their cooldowns have finished. And normally what you see happening is when Freya gets knocked down to the ground, her cooldowns are done, but she has an animation to get up off the ground, giving the Cimmerian Berserker time to actually reset and attack again before she is fully ready to attack. So giving your follower a weapon that can cause knockdown can give them the edge in a battle. However, I was rather surprised by the result of this first round. And yes, there are multiple rounds because in this first round, there was no clear winner. You can see that the Cimmerian Berserker currently has just over 1,900 hit points, and Freya is just over 1,200 hit points. However, as this fight continues to play out, you'll see those become more evenly matched. Remember, Freya applies bleed and gets healed while attacking the enemy that is bleeding. But the real question is, will those two perks alone be enough to sustain Freya's lower hit points through a fight against an enemy with higher hit points and a higher damage modifier? There's also a very interesting mechanic playing out in this fight that maybe you've noticed and maybe you haven't. I'm going to leave it to those of you that are savvy watchers to see if you can point out exactly what's going on throughout these 3 fights. And then at some point in time, I will make a video explaining exactly what I saw and why I think it's a bug. But this match is coming to a close and it is neck and neck for hit points. They are so close in hit points, I'm not sure who the clear winner is going to be. And here's the end right here. You can see Freya goes down first, and that is followed by the Cimmerian Berserker actually falling down as well. So this first fight, I'm actually calling a draw. In round 2, I actually let the fight just start without giving any commands to either follower, and this fight actually went more the way that I expected the first fight to go. You can see that the Cimmerian Berserker continues to juggle Freya, but Freya continues to apply that bleed to the Cimmerian Berserker. Fast forwarding to the end of the fight, you can see the Cimmerian Berserker's hit points just did not hold up this time around. Freya got juggled less times, and because she got juggled less times, she was able to keep up the DPS and hold on to 610 hit points. Now we've come to round 3, and Freya initiated this fight as well, defending her territory against the imposing Cimmerian Berserker. Now, I think it's important to say that these results may vary. Obviously, I just grabbed whatever Cimmerian Berserker. I did not try to min-max their perks. I just grabbed one, leveled it up, and whatever the perks were, I ran with it. If I gave one a food to heal up, I gave the other a food to heal up, although I did remove that when it came to the fight. So neither one of them have had food in their inventories to heal the entire time. That could also skew these results. During these tests, there's only so many variables that can actually be controlled, like not telling the Cimmerian Berserker to attack and allowing Freya to defend her territory. Thinking back on it, if I had told the Cimmerian Berserker to attack each and every time, he'd have got one combo rotation off on Freya before she responded. However, by not doing that, I allowed Freya to get one combo attack off on the Cimmerian Berserker for the second 2 rounds. Could Freya have lost in every single round if I allowed the Cimmerian Berserker to attack every single time? It's totally possible. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's not likely that you're going to pin your thrall up against another thrall in battle. If you're in PvP, it's not likely that you're running to raid a base with a thrall in tow anyway, and you are probably not really worried about the thralls that you're coming across in PvP. But this is a fun way to start out this series to see who can slay who, and as you can see in this last round, it's simply going to be Freya as the victor. You can see that the Cimmerian Berserker is under 100 hit points at this point in time and is going to leave Freya with 947. So really easy to say that Freya will be continuing on. The next video will be Lu Fei facing up against the exact same Cimmerian Berserker. I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. Don't forget to whack the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more content. And if you don't want to be out of whack, there's another video on the screen right now that you can click to support more of my content.